My flight's in 4 hours, so I had some time, and I'm just having a beer at the airport, just chilling out until then. Yeah, completely worth it. Welcome back to the channel, guys. My name is Amit, and today I'm in Turkey airport. I'm here on my way back to London, but I wanted to squeeze in a 17-month update of the hair transplant that I got from Turkey and share it with you guys before heading back. And that's exactly what we're going to be talking about today. So if you don't already know, I got not one but two hair transplants done in Istanbul, Turkey from Vera Clinic. First time I went, I got 6,100 grafts extracted from my donor area and placed onto my hairline and mid-scalp. And unfortunately at the time, my crown couldn't be done. But I documented that entire journey on this channel and showed this month-by-month progress of how it ended up turning out, which honestly turned out pretty good. Second time I went back was to finish the crown. So I did 4,000 grafts this time and placed it mostly onto my crown, a little bit on my mid-scalp as well as my hairline. I've also been documenting that entire journey on this channel. You can probably see all my monthly videos. I'm nearly at the end, but we're slowly starting to see more and more progress as it comes. I also do post a lot of interesting videos on this channel, like hair transplant tips or just general information about recovery of a hair transplant if you're interested. I'm trying to get to 10,000 subscribers by the end of this year, so definitely do tag along my journey if you're interested, as well as just trying to see me grow a full head of hair. But let's talk about this update. So it's been about 17 months now, as the title suggests. The growth has been coming along slowly. I'm sure you've been seeing the other videos that I've been posting lately. You can start seeing more and more growth. But to be very honest, I don't think it's going to be growing as much more as I would have liked it to be. This entire journey has shown me one thing, that patience is the biggest deal when it comes to getting a hair transplant. Especially if you are someone who is not very patient and just wants immediate results. You need to have the understanding that you have to take some time to get the result you want. There's a lot of factors that play into it, but majoritively, if you stick to the right regimen, you'll start seeing your hair grow, and over time, you will get the result that you desire. I'm also here in Turkey, and I managed to get a consultation again for my hair, just to kind of understand what the future could hold or how many grafts I need for the back of my scalp if I do end up wanting to go for a third hair transplant. I'm going to make a full video about that, and it's going to come out very soon, but I wanted to let you guys know that I did consider it, and I did speak to the doctor, and there's a lot of surprises in store for me, but I'll let you guys know when that video comes out as well. There are definitely other options out there. A lot of people were suggesting to do SMP, but honestly, I don't know how much I want to do that. I'm kind of happy with how I'm looking. I don't really feel that insecure when I head out. My hair still looks pretty good. Sure, there is just a lack of density in that area, but again, I came from nothing. The fact that I have hair now there just has given me so much confidence, and I can't be happier, to be very honest. I do have one more month before I technically complete the full growth cycle of the crown, but I did also find out from the doctor that it takes much longer even after that. So the crown might even start to grow even more after the 18th month. We'll have to monitor it accordingly, but I'm still keeping up with my monthly updates and letting you guys know how well the hair is growing. Alright, so this is the part of the video where I show you the 360 view of my hairline, my mid-scalp, my crown, as well as my donor area. I never know what to do during this part, so let's just instead look at my hairline. It's had a consistent look for a while now, and I couldn't be happier with how it's turned out. Moving on to the donor area on my side, it doesn't look that bad overall, as long as I can keep my hair long on the sides. For the back and the crown, you can see that it's not as dense as what I would have liked it to be, but I have noticed it grow a little more over time, over the last few months. And finally, the last side of my donor area looks pretty good, and you can barely tell that I've had any grafts taken from that area. And now we'll check out the close-ups of the hairline, mid-scalp, crown, and donor area. If I could take one thing away from my hair transplants, it's that my hairline has been the greatest success for me. It looks very natural, and I'm very satisfied with the way it's turned out. My mid-scalp during my first op was not as dense as this, so I'm glad I added those 600 grafts the second time around to get it to be as dense as it is now. And finally, for my crown, it's still a work in progress despite being 17 months in. Despite it not being super thick like my hairline and my mid-scalp, it looks pretty natural. However, if I change my hairstyle in a different way, it covers my scalp even more, so that also works for me. And finally, we'll take a look at the top-down view of the monthly progress of my scalp from the first month up until today, the 17th month. The first 3 months, as I've mentioned before, the procedure, the shedding, and the ugly duckling phase, it was all just the worst. But as soon as those 3 months passed, it got much better because I started seeing more hair growth on my scalp. The following 6 months were the same, where the growth was slow but consistent. From month 13 to 16, I really saw more hair growth build up, and finally now at month 17, it's looking as good as it can be. Alright, let's talk about Aftercare. There are a lot of actual updates I have to give you guys, but as of right now, I'm still doing the same thing. But after speaking to the doctor here, I might change it up. but I might tell you guys that more in the next video. As of right now, I'm still taking 0.5 milligrams of finasteride every other day. I'm not taking it every single day anymore because I feel like I'm still getting the result that I want and my hair is pretty stable. Finasteride is actually the most important thing after hair transplant, especially if you've had hair from before and you don't want to lose that in the future. So it's important to be on that. Sure, there are side effects that kind of lower your libido or even adding erectile dysfunction, but it's very rare for you to receive those side effects. Even if you do, you can stop the medication and within 2 weeks, you will be back to normal. Another thing that I take every morning and night is minoxidil. I've been using the brand Groplex, as you all know. I haven't really changed that in a while, but I am looking to different alternatives now in the future. But right now, this is what I'm using. I apply it every morning on my scalp and in the evenings. I try to keep up with the regimens. There are obviously days that I forget, but as long as you stay consistent with it, you will see consistent results. I have a discount code as well on Groplex and their products in the description below. Definitely check it out if you're looking for a discount and trying out a new brand of minoxidil. I would recommend it because I've been using it for a very long time and seeing decent results from it. The next important thing I use is a type of shampoo called the Revita Hair Density Shampoo and Conditioner. I've been using this brand for a while now. I haven't had any complaints with it. I feel like my hair has become more dense over time and I'm really happy about it. A lot of people say that you can't really tell how well a shampoo does for your hair, but for me personally, I feel like it does. I've seen my hair get more thicker and more dense, so I can't really complain too much. I also have a really good discount on the products on their website as well. Definitely check it out. There's 20% off. If you want to try a new shampoo out, that is a great option for you. I used to take vitamins every single morning. I make sure I stay in this routine and regimen of taking certain vitamins every morning. I know it seems like a lot, but the most important ones I can list out is probably biotin, zinc, and B complex. These are all proven to help with hair growth over time, so I would highly recommend you pick up those at least if you're not wanting to pick up every single thing. And lastly, I also use rosemary oil. I've seen the importance of rosemary oil over time. I've been applying it every single day. My goal is to see that difference from the start of when I started using it until obviously now. I feel like it does provide some sort of nutrition to my scalp and help with a little bit of hair regrowth. So I'm going to still continue to keep doing that. The last thing I want to talk about is Fibres. Fibres has always been a game changer for me, especially when I had no hair back in the day. I still recommend it to people as much as I can because I believe that someone who probably doesn't have as much hair as I currently do now might need it in the future, especially to cover up certain areas. Or if you've gone a couple months in your hair transplant and you still see the lack of density, you can use Fibres to cover that up. I have a link to not just the Fibres, but to all the products in the description below. Check them out. They're all pretty useful and I would highly recommend them. You know, being here back in Turkey has been pretty insane. I filmed my friend Kinjal about his entire experience here. I've just posted that video on this channel as well, and I thought that it was really insightful the way the clinic has changed over time, as well as just the experience in general. It's brought so much more confidence in me as well, just to come back here and experience it all over again, and to of course relay that information to you guys who are my main priority when it comes to this channel. If you guys have any questions about the clinic or even just my experience, let me know in the comment section below. I also do have a one-on-one hair consultation service that allows you guys to have a conversation with me, book some time, and we can talk about anything about your hair loss or your hair transplant that you might have coming up. Or even if you've already done a hair transplant, I'm happy to answer any of the questions that you need assistance on. There's a link in the description below. Definitely do try to book some time with me and we'll try to set up that conversation and help you achieve what you need to achieve with your goals of your hair transplant. I forgot to mention that while I was at Vera Clinic, I managed to convince them to get a discount exclusively for my audience. Now, I've been talking about them a lot on my channel, especially because I've gone there twice, but I wanted to give back to my community and try to get you guys the best possible deal as well. So I've got them to agree from November 1st until the 31st December 2024. You guys are eligible for a 5% discount on your total purchase if you end up going to Vera Clinic. Now, the only way this works is that you have to sign up for a consultation with the link in the description below. From there, you're able to get that 5% discount. You don't have to get the procedure done between this time, but as long as you sign up during this period, you'll be eligible to get that discount when you end up paying their deposit. So definitely do take advantage of this while it lasts, and I hope that it helps in the decision in getting a hair transplant at Vera Clinic as well. Alright, so I think that's really about it for the monthly updates. I've come a long way, and you guys have also come a long way with me. I hope you guys have been enjoying the content as well. I've been trying to step out of my comfort zone and do much more to give you guys much more as well. Again, I appreciate all the love and support. Definitely do consider liking this video because it helps a lot, and subscribing to the channel. Like I said, I'm trying to get to 10,000 subscribers at the end of the year. No real particular reason. I just that's just a goal I've set for myself, and hopefully I can achieve that. As I said, it's been a great journey so far, and I can't wait for the next and final month of my complete hair transplant journey. And I have so much more videos coming out, especially in relation to the time I spent here in Turkey. So definitely do stay subscribed for that and hit those bell notifications to make sure you don't miss a video. All right, thank you again, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.